Okay, here we go. Welcome to the Crestcore Real Estate Hour. My name is Dean Harris. I have got Douglas Skipworth with me today.
Great to be here.
We are shifting gears a little bit. Dan has been on, as you guys know and you've listened, Dan has been on for years. He'll still come on occasionally. We're just going to begin to mix it up a little bit, have you on and get some of your knowledge. A little background, Dan and Douglas have been investors and owners here in the city. Douglas, you were on a couple of years ago, right?
Yes.
You
came radio show, podcast probably.
When we were live doing the radio. Man, that was a long time ago. But we're happy to have Douglas on. He's going to give us just another perspective, another look, and then we're going to keep with the consistency of providing you guys the same type of info. It's good to be back.
Yes.
We've been out now for a little over 2 months. We've had some COVID issues. We've had some vacations. We've had kids in summertime travel and everything else. But this is the longest break we've had since I started this in 2017. Yeah.
Well,
so
welcome back.
Yeah, no kidding. I know it is good to be back. I've had investors asking me all the time about the next phase of the zip code breakdown. We did the first one with Dan. And then I believe we scheduled 2 weeks off. Then we started getting hit with travel and COVID and just other things that got in the way for a few weeks. So we're excited to be back. Excited to have Alec back with us. He's our producer. We love working with him and got the gang back together. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to talk about part 2 of the zip code breakdown. We're going to dive into about 7 zip codes today. We're going to give out that same data and information. You and I are just going to kind of give our experiences, good and bad, in whichever area that it's in. So let's dive into it. You ready?
Come on.
All right. We're going to start today in 38125. This is in southeast Shelby County. You'll see on the map it's popping up on the recording. This is an area, I'll give you a little history and background from my personal experience with 38125. When I got licensed in real estate in 2001, my first subdivision, I worked for a home builder. Mm-hmm. My first subdivision that I sat in was in 38125. It was in a neighborhood called Buckingham Farms. At the time, we were selling houses for $160,000 to $240,000 in that area. These were brand new constructions. Buckingham Farms, for your map, is at Hacks Cross and Shelby Drive in the northeast corner. Yep. So big, huge neighborhood, hundreds and hundreds of homes that are there now. So that's one of the kind of the main thriving communities in 38125. So let me give you some details on 38125 first, and then we'll get into our experiences there. The number of sales, all these numbers today, guys, are from January 1, 2021 to July 31st, 2021. Okay. So we've got, the number of sales, 354. The average square feet is 2,281. And our average sales price is $245,000. Give you a little bit of a reflection from 1 year off from there. Okay. I'm going to give you 1 year ago's numbers. 287 sales, $210,000 was the average price 1 year ago. We have moved up, it looks like 23%, just in that subdivision or in that zip code, from 210 Douglas to 245,000, and we had 80 more sales.
Yeah, which is shocking.
Yeah,
but it's not when you're here because you absolutely feel it. It is happening right now, and it doesn't surprise me.
When you heard that number,
shocking.
It is shocking to know that I mean, when I'm telling you I sold the houses new over there, I mean, not in this is the whole zip code, yep. But to see a $40,000 jump almost in 12 months is amazing. Yeah. We have not historically had appreciation like that here.
No, Memphis has always been it hasn't had the peaks and valleys that the national markets do. It's been much kind of narrow band, kind of a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, which is great.
That's right.
Steady.
Consistency is what we've had.
Steady, but this has been a big swing up.
Huge.
But I pulled some data myself.
Then one more, and then I want to hear yours. Foreclosures, guys, 38125, we had 19. January 21 through July 21, we've had 19. A year ago, we had 58. So we're a little bit lower in foreclosures in 38125 than we were in 20.
It makes sense. No. And mine's from a bit more global picture of just part of it is the inventory.
Yeah.
10 years ago, there was 8,500 houses on the market.
10 years ago, we had 8,500.
Yes.
I'm scared to ask you what it is right now.
2,500.
What percentage is that? That's 65 or 70% less.
Yes.
Wow.
So it's just basic economics of supply and demand.
Yeah.
There is a big demand and no supply.
That's exactly
So
right.
it's 38125 especially.
What do you, I know you have some rental data. Are some rental numbers from the property management side in 38125?
I mean, what is the data you're giving out? What are you thinking on
Average
rental prices?
rent? Yeah, if you've got an average rent there would be great.
Yeah, what do you see and say? And I just want to make sure.
You mean me personally?
Yeah, and then
gosh, I'm seeing anything from $1,000 to $1,800 over there.
we're managing 20 plus at Crestcore Realty.
Okay.
Average rent $1,300.
Yeah, that's about right.
About right. So let's see if I can see something maybe, as low as 1,000 and as high as 1,750, 1,600. Yeah. So right, what you said.
Yeah.
It's great. It's a great rental if you can find a place out there.
Yeah, if you can find that's the kicker. So if you can locate, it's a little bit higher end. Your price point, as you can see, is going to be in that 200 plus range. Solid area. You're going to get dual income in the household.
Yep.
There's some FedEx employees that are in that area because it's so close to our airport or easy access to our airport. Shelby Drive runs right through it. The north and south main streets are going to be Riverdale or Highway 305. Be Hacks Cross comes all the way down through there. So,
and there's still new construction, man. I drove out there over the Labor Day weekend and new construction houses popping up.
Still.
It's farther east, but
Yeah.
still. It's a very desirable place to be.
That's right. High end. Again, your 1% or not quite as good as 1% rule if you're looking for that there, but low tenant turnover, low issues and problems from the tenant base there,
and just a great geographic. If you go back to location. I mean, that's a place. It's close to a lot of amenities. Whether it be roads, whether it be shopping, whether it be entertainment, you name it, it's a good place to be.
Good area. 38125, guys. So if you find anything there and you can make the price work, I encourage 38125. I don't have any issues with anything there. House quality, they're going to be brick houses and all that kind of thing. So
new build.
Yep, new builds. 38125 is great. Let's move a little further east. No, let's move a little further west.
Coming back.
This is Hickory Hill South area. Let's get you some numbers for 2021. We have got an average sales. I'm sorry. The number of sales is 275 from January 1 to July 31st. The average square feet in 38141 has been 1,485, and our average sales price is 138,000. Let me give you the numbers from 2020. This is all the way through the same 6 months and 21 year ago. We had 210 sales. 1,500 square feet, again, just under there is the average. But here we go again. 119,000 was our average sales price. So we're up another almost 20%.
Yeah.
Same market, a little bit lower end than 38125. They're neighboring zip codes. They touch and connect.
Which zip code did you say this is?
38141.
141. Yep.
Yep. This is 38141. Hickory Hill. You're going to get Winchester, Kirby, a drive area. Now, let me talk about 3141 from a house style standpoint.
Okay.
You're going to find more of the single family attached homes there.
There's some. Yep, for sure.
A lot of people say, is that a condo? No.
Nope.
No HOA. You do share the roof with your neighbor, so when there's time to replace, you can either work with them or draw the line. I've seen actually some owners, the other one wasn't ready or whatever.
Half a roof.
So that's okay.
Yeah.
I own a couple of those single family attached homes in 141. They rent really well. It's easy. Here's what I love about it. It's easy to find a 3-2 without having to spend 150 and 60 grand on a rental. Yep. And they almost rent for the same. There's a tenant base that doesn't want that yard over there. Big time.
That's right. Yeah. I agree. We manage a bunch over there, and 1,000 plus rentals.
Yeah. What's your
average is $1,000.
Yeah. So I was going to say 900 to 1,200.
There and let's see if I circled some of those. Yeah, I'm sure that's in that range. Sorry about that. It's high as $1,200, as low as $800.
High as 12 and as low as 8.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't
range.
But
there's some big houses in a couple pockets over there that we manage.
In 141.
In 141. Some 3 2.5s, 4 2.5. So
you can still get that larger.
Yep.
The foreclosures in 2021 from January 1 to July 31st are 18. At this time last year, we had 32. So the foreclosures are down a little bit, even from 20 to 21, which is surprising to see that.
Again, some info that I looked at 10 years ago. You said that sales price was 138. You're using Chandler data, which is all the sales. The realtor association's at 136 because they're only using listings.
They're only using the MLS houses.
But 136. Yeah. So 10 years ago, average sale price, $76,000.
It's doubled.
It has doubled.
It has doubled over there.
5 years ago, it was 92. So it was still
low.
Still, and then it's just kind of creeped up. It was 109 3 years ago, and then now it's bumped up. But again, supply and demand. So
I don't have any. Again, this is another zip code to where if I'm sending out a house in 38141, as long as the condition and the price match up, I'm going to be fine with it. Condition and price, and I'm going to be fine with that area. The tenant base is just as strong as 125, I believe.
And I believe some of the properties in 141 are county only, so they don't have a city. They don't have a city tax. So city tax and Shelby County tax. It's not really a double taxation because you get services for those taxes. But if you're in the county only, you don't have to pay city tax.
For a house like an average house that we're talking about here, you're talking about $1,000.
It could be $1,000 of tax savings. Now, to an investor, that is $1,000 tax savings. To a owner occupant, it's $1,000 worth of services you're not getting from the city, but
your payment's about $80 lower as well.
Correct. So it's for an investor. It's good to be in 141.
Yeah,
and not be in the city of Memphis, just to be in the county.
Those are always attractive.
Very
Anything
attractive.
in 141, you can get some 2-car garages. There are going to be more homes in 38141 that do not have a garage. Don't let that scare you.
No.
The tenant base is not as concerned with it. I've even seen some 1-car garage homes. Have you seen those where they're building it's just the 1-car garage?
Yeah, just pull right up.
Pull right in there. Don't be intimidated that there's not garages. The ones that I have, the single family attached homes there do not have a covered parking. They just pull right up to the property. So don't let any of that deter you. But I'm just as excited or just as willing to purchase myself in 38141 as I am even 125.
Yeah, we've managed and owned and property in 38141 for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
And
good performing area.
Great perform. Some of the best performing areas.
In 141.
Oh, yes.
Isn't that intriguing in the sense of, you wouldn't look at 141 and go, hey, that's going to be my best performing zip code. But what you're telling me is it's in your top few.
It's in the top. Yeah, for sure. Both it's as far as the tenant history, the length of tenancy, the rent prices, the rent increases, the appreciation of the homes.
Yeah.
Everything has been really good in 141.
141's great. Let's move to 115. This is going to be Hickory Hill North. I also own in 38115. I know you guys do as well. Let's give you some details here. All right. In 38115, the number of sales from January 1 to July 31st are 244. The average square feet is 1616, and our average sales price is 112,000. A year ago, we had 252 sales, so we had more a year ago than we do now. Same average square feet, and the sales price was just under 90. Average was just under 95,000. So we're up in this one 15 or 20%.
Pushing 20.
So we're still up in 38115. This is also near Kirby. You keep going down, you get into Holmes, and you get into some of the other areas and streets that are in 38115. You can also find the single family attached homes in 115. But you can also find some big homes.
Yes.
There are some big square foot homes in 38115. This is just north west of 38141. You're going to be below Highway 240, which is our loop that loops the city.
Yep.
You're going to be below that, but you're going to be right above 38141.
Yes.
Okay.
In 385 going out.
385
Yeah,
goes
just
right through it and can bring everybody
past
there.
it. Yeah. North of it.
I have also no issue with 38115. If we can find a property that makes sense there, you're getting brick homes. Now, you will get some siding homes in 38115, which is okay. I mean, I have one or two there now. So don't let that deter you. It's still a strong tenant base over there. They have FedEx jobs. I mean, again, you're getting a whole lot of, you hear me repeat that with 125 and 141 because of the proximity of the airport.
Because you're on the southern side of the county. Makes sense. And again, the location is awesome because of the access to the highways and the roads that get you
Be
all
anywhere
over,
in 12, 13 minutes from
all across
from
around the city.
That's
so
right.
it's a good central location to move from.
What's our average rent over there?
What you think?
I'm
of the
Gav.
average
I
rent
love the
is?
pop quiz. Yeah.
What are you telling folks?
I
and
would
seeing?
say 800 to 1150 probably.
Yeah, the average is 825 because we probably got some. I think there's some duplexes in 115.
Okay.
So that might bring that down.
Yeah.
But I look on here and I see as high as 1050, 1295. So there's some, once you get into 1040, so there's some 1100. So some single family homes over there, and then some duplexes that are more in that 650 to 750 range that bring that average to, and that's 50 plus properties over there.
For sure.
Yeah.
Our foreclosures look, there's 14 to date from January 1 through July 31st. Last year at this time we had 27. I'm shocked to see the foreclosures dipping. I thought we were for sure going to see them increase. Yeah, and they're not. I mean, they're double almost.
I can't see that. I know there've been challenges for borrowers.
Yeah.
But I also know that in the more recent past, say within the last 10 years, the underwriting from the lenders has been ratcheted up so high that you're just not, because that was one of the big issues of the foreclosure thing of 15 years ago was the loose underwriting. Just give it, hey, you got no job, then engine loans, no job, no assets,
Hey, can I
no
tell you
income.
so Buckingham Farms, you heard me talk.
That's where who those people were buying those houses.
I'll never forget one of our lenders coming in saying, guess what? I can now do a 540 credit score, stated income, and 100% financing. If they can come up with $500 to give the builder for earnest money, they'll even get that back because the builder's going to pay the closing cost. And we wonder, that's why everybody's telling me, hey, this COVID's going to take our market to the toilet. It might dip, it might do something, but it isn't going to do what it did in 2008.
Not because of the borrowers defaulting on
that. There you go.
So
no.
Something else might happen, but it just doesn't. The data just doesn't show that that's what's going to happen. And clearly, that's
getting a loan with a 540 credit score, stated income. They didn't even verify your income. No. If you just had that credit score, they were going to make the loan for you, which is why we were in that situation.
That's why there were all those properties for sale.
Oh man!
Oh, but by the way, the Memphis Area Association of Realtors had 13,000 listings in 2007. Now we're down to 2,500 14 years later. But that was the crisis. Everybody was selling, boom, everything blowing and going. No income, no job,
so
no
I just
problem.
told you 540 credit score.
Yes,
can't do
everybody
that.
could buy.
Stated income, can't do that anymore. 100% financing, they don't have that anymore. Builder paid closing cost. You're not getting any builder to pay your closing costs in the city right now.
Yeah. No, not with 2,500 images. Anyway, that is a big factor in driving that.
So 38115, both 38141, the Hickory Hill South, and 38115, Hickory Hill North.
Yep.
All positive areas to invest in. If the price is right and the condition is good, I'm 110% for 38115. I'll buy. In other words, I'll keep buying there. I own several there now, and I'll keep and continue to buy in 3115.
Yeah, I've same managing several personally that
over there
they're doing well.
Good performing in 115 for you as well.
Yeah, solid. I mean, it's a stable area, right? It's been through a transition in the past 30 years, 40 years, but it's a solid, stable area.
which is all we look for from buy and hold rentals is the consistency.
Yes.
Going into any new market right now would make me nervous. All right, let's keep moving. 38118. This is going to be Oak Haven Parkway Village. I'm moving geographically on the map, and sometimes it's confusing, not our numbers. So 38118, as we are continuing to go, we started at 3811125, 38141. We went northwest a little bit for 115. Now we're going to come back down a little bit, 118. Oak Haven Parkway Village. This has been historically, when I have talked to investors on the phone, they say, hey, where would you go first? This has been where I've started investors out at. The reasoning for me has been, so a little history on 118. When the city was being really developed in the 60s and 70s, you know, Elvis lived in 116, and that was kind of the premier subdivision. Well, 118 was the graduation from there to more affordable homes. Okay. Those were smaller. We're gonna see the numbers here in a second, but there's per square feet were smaller. They're mainly on one level. And they're mainly all brick houses.
They are.
We can see some duplexes in 38118. This is a pocket where the city, for whatever reason in that time frame, built a fair amount of duplexes. The problem is they're all on one street. You know what I mean? So you've got an entire street full of lower end tenants than you do in the rest of the zip code. So this is where investors can get in a little bit of trouble. You're buying something that you think is one thing and it turns out to be another. So let's get into those numbers real quick on 38118, and then we'll talk more about that. The number of sales from January 1 to July 31st is 372. Average square feet is 1415, and our average sales price is 86,200. Compared to 1 year ago, it was 334 sales through July 31st. Same square feet, 1444, and our average sales price was 74,657. So we're up some. Look, what's the number here? We're up 3118. We're up 17% from our sales price from 1 year ago. 86,000 to me, though, and an average sales price in there is still a very affordable and good entry level point, in my opinion, to get into investing.
Yeah, because of the rents and again, and now I'm thinking about it. This is not fun data to share because 10 years ago the average sale price, $35,000, but the rent probably was $650, $700. Now you're pushing $850. We're probably managing over Crestcore Realty is probably managing over 100 plus properties over there. And the average rent's $825 to $850.
Yeah,
so
that is
that
exactly
range.
Right.
So, but again, you can have properties that pushing $1,100 rents for the right property. A bigger 3.2 over there.
1,500 square foot 3.2 over there is going to get you that rent
but
for
like
sure.
you said, you have some duplexes, you have some smaller 3.1s.
The duplexes, Dobbins Ferry, and some of those areas right there. I mean, if you're going to ask me about that, I'm going to tell you just to proceed with caution. I just want the condition to be good, and I want the tenants to be fairly strong. If it's occupied, if it's vacant, then you're in a lot better control to occupy that with your own tenant. But so just proceed with caution. I used to say, hey, stay away from that. Don't go anywhere near a street with duplexes. There's been, as like in every area, they're going through and renovating these homes, these duplexes. And I think that's providing a higher quality tenant and a higher quality price.
I sit in a loan committee for a hard money lender, as well as for a community bank. So I'm seeing underwriting of these as investors buying these properties, and in all the zip codes we're talking about, but especially something like 118, 115, 141. This is where investors are active. This is where people are buying property, and some flippers are selling to investors. Some flippers are some of these are buy and hold type buying and underwriting themselves for that, or that we're underwriting for them to purchase those properties and rent them out.
Big zip code. A lot of houses. I mean, if you look at the number that I just gave you, I mean, there's 372 sales. I mean, we're 130 more than 38115, and we're over 100 from 38141 more sales. There's way more activity in 118 from an availability standpoint than in a lot of zip codes. It's another reason why I like it.
And it's a lot of reason why we Crestcore manages a lot of properties over there, because it's a big area.
Bigger zip code.
And one of the things, and this is where it kind of gets into that city, county taxes, as you know this, because of the way the city has grown, the infrastructure as far as roads and utilities and access is great.
Yeah.
It's throughout the city of Memphis because of the way it's grown that you can get places quick
from that location.
It's not a lot of.
I mean, DeSoto County, Mississippi in 5 minutes.
Yes.
I mean, this zip code stretches all the way down to the county line.
Yep.
Or county line.
The
That's a Mississippi kid
county,
talking.
well, the county,
From
the Shelby County, DeSoto County, but the state line as well. Yeah. It all runs
I've been living in
together.
Mississippi too long.
Yeah.
Okay, that's 38118. I have, again, you're going to hear me today say this a lot, but I have no issues with 38118. If the property checks out condition and we can get it for the right price, continue to buy there. I'll continue to buy in 38118. So really bullish on Oak Haven Parkway Village 38118. Okay, let's move to 38116. I don't know if I should put in my sideburns and my quivered lip and give you my Elvis impersonation, but I'll pass. Hey, one thing I forgot to just give you. 38118 foreclosures, only 16 this year compared to 55 last year. So we're seeing that trend. We're seeing a trend dip down. I'm keep telling you all this because it's vital information. It means that our market's staying strong. It's not dipping like what, hey, I swear I got on here a year ago and was like, be ready for 2021 because we're going to see a ton of foreclosures because we thought that putting all those mortgages and doing the COVID relief packages or whatever were going to affect people dramatically, and it's not. It's proving right now that it isn't.
We're looking at this again. You know, I'm personally invested in these communities.
Yeah,
with buy and hold rentals, as well as making loans, as well as managing, doing all kinds of things. So we're watching this data like a hawk all day, every day. And I'm as nervous and as cautious as anybody around, but I just don't see it.
No, I don't either.
Because of the economics of supply and demand. They're just, the supply for the properties is too low and the demand is too high to change anything drastically.
Yeah, because if it starts to
proceed
dip,
with caution, but
yeah, because if it starts to dip, I've got people that are ready. I mean, to go. I mean, like
and
on both
there's
sides
just
of the
not
scale.
enough inventory. I mean, it's like what?
Right.
So to match the
simple
buyer.
rules.
So
You hate to keep saying that simple economics and supply and demand, but it is the case. We're repeating this over and over again. But the facts are, there's not a lot of properties for sale. If they are,
and they're not a lot being foreclosed because of all of the way they've done things, and so it just. The dynamics don't seem to be shifting that drastically.
Like I thought they were.
Or quickly. So,
all right. So 38116, let's talk about Whitehaven. This is Elvis Presley land. You got Elvis Presley Boulevard that strips right down the middle of 38116. In the 60s and 70s, this was a premier place to live. Elvis lived on Elvis Presley Boulevard. Was it
Highway
always
51.
called that? It's called Highway 51.
Yeah.
Always been on there, and that place has really developed and grown. They're doing a whole lot of renovations over there.
Yeah.
Graceland has just built a 300-room hotel
and a big concert venue.
Big concert
it's a great
venue over there. So there's a lot of stuff. There's some hidden gems and places to go. There's a little dive bar that Elvis used to go to there that people still go to now. So it's a good little pocket. It's going to be a little bit higher end than 116. Let me give you the numbers. 38116. Here we go. From January 1st to July 31st, we've got 264 sales. Average sales price is, or average square feet, 1,700. Yep. And the average price is 111,600. 1 year ago, the exact same data or exact same time frame, January 1 to July 31st, 255 sales, just 9 less. Same square feet average. 95,875 was our average sales price. We've bumped up 14% in 38116. So that to me shows that Whitehaven has been consistent a little longer. Not quite as big a jump in the sales price. Anything that you can find in 38116, I think I have 4. Anything you can find in 38116 that again matches the condition that we're looking for and our price point that we're looking for, I say move on. Tenant base super strong. Airport employees, UPS, FedEx. You can get to the city. You can get on Highway 55 in 2 minutes. From there, so you can have access to the city. But Whitehaven is super strong. I don't.
A lot of owner occupants, that keep it stable.
A lot of owner occupants.
So it's nice.
Yep.
And a lot of people want to rent there as well to be in that community. It's got a community feel. It's got a lot of community pride.
Lots
got
of community
history,
pride. Mm-hmm.
and so it's great. I mean, we manage 50 plus. Crestcore manages 50
In
plus.
116?
Yeah.
So we were, compared to 118, we were 100, almost 110 more sales. And we were about $20,000 higher in sales price. So less sales, I'm sorry. Whitehaven had 110 less sales,
right.
A little bit more expensive.
Yeah.
So
not
it
as
is
much
a little
turnover.
No, but that shows
stability.
the point you just proved. There's more owner occupants in that area.
It's a lovely area.
Yeah, don't mind Whitehaven at all. 38116 zip code if you can find it for the right price and condition. Again, move forward on 116. All right, let's keep moving. We're going to go to 38109, which is Westwood.
Mm-hmm.
Part of 38109 flirts with Whitehaven.
Yeah.
It's just a little further west. There's going to be some tricky info.
It's
Tricky.
between the river and 116.
Yes, and there's going to be parts of this that I'm going to warn you on. So let me give you the information first. This is red hot, and I'll tell you why.
Red hot.
Yeah. From Jan 1 to July 31st of this year, 441 sales. That's astronomical in my mind.
Yes.
1240 was our average square feet, and the average sales price, get a hold of yourself, $70,444. 1 year ago, from Jan 1 and 20 to July 31 and 20, 375 sales, same square feet, 57,000 is our average sales price. Guys, that bumped up 30% in 12 months.
And they don't Mara didn't break it out between 109 and 116. But you could, 10 years ago, there were $15,000, $20,000 sales all day long in Westwood.
And you can, and what's scary is you could
61.
still find some 25s and 30s. This is one of the zip codes like 38127, guys, that I tell you, Highway 61 or 3rd Street, whichever it's going to be listed on your map, is going to split 38109. I am still giving the advice to not buy west of 38109. Okay. Western Park is a good street. There's a couple of good streets that are west of 38109 that I think if you found the right house, meaning it's a brick home, it's well taken care of, either it's vacant or has a solid tenant.
And the farther south you go,
the better.
The better, it seems.
You mean west of 38109? Yeah. So the further north. All right, so let me slow down. We're talking west of 3rd Street and 61 and 38109 right now. The further south you go, the better. Coral Lake.
Coral Lake's great.
It's a great area.
Yeah.
If you can find anything there, that's all homeowners.
Yep.
If you can find
some
anything
rentals.
in Coral
We
Lake,
manage a rental too down there.
Overwhelmingly
But even just
large.
a little bit north of there, there's some
good stuff. The further you get up north, though, folks, be careful. I'm just telling you, you're getting closer to the city. There's no commerce there. It's the same reasons why we don't like west of 51 and 38127.
Because do we remember what the western border of that is?
The river.
The river.
No commerce, no police, no jobs, no nothing.
Shuttling ferries across the river anymore.
God, no, it's the wild, wild west up there. So if you called me today and said, Dean, I have a home that's 2 blocks over, it's a brick home and it's this and it's that, what do you think? I'm probably going to say, hey, that's safe. Closely watch it. Manage it well. And I think you're going to be okay. I'm still really strong on anything east of 3810 of 61 and
again, we're seeing from underwriting stuff that I'm looking at.
Same stuff.
Loans, people buying these things, but it's buying and holding. One interesting fact, Crestcore manages some property for a group, a company that buys property, and 1 or 2 of them are in the area that you mentioned, 38109, that have fractionalized these things. So it not only fractionalized them, they made them non-fungible tokens, NFTs. So you can buy a portion of a house for $50 in a token, but you got to have it on your wallet. I mean, you don't see it. It's all ether.
So it's we the crypto version of...
It's a crypto version of
real estate investing.
Of real estate investing. So it's out there, and it's happening in 38109.
That's a show topic.
Yes. NFTs.
Okay. That's a show topic, man. I tell you, that's advanced, and that's on down the road.
Cool.
For a lot of people.
But it's
that's
happening
a great
in
show topic.
38109. So, I mean, of all places.
That it's going on there.
And that's where you said 400 plus sales.
444.
Yeah.
I mean, unreal.
So
foreclosures were 30 year to date from January 21 to July 31st. Last year at the same time it was 52. So we're again down 40%. It's amazing that we're not, and all these numbers, I'm looking at every one of them's a negative. We're down on foreclosures all across the board from 20 to 21. So it's still holding true here. 38109, guys, Westwood. I think, again, I'm going to say East, totally fine if the condition and the price is right. West, extreme caution. But if you found a great deal in a brick home or whatever, I think I'm going to be okay with it.
Opportunity.
Yeah, it could be a good opportunity for you to take advantage of. All right, so that's 38109. We're going to do one more today. 38117. This is East Memphis. This is one of the areas. If I were a young college grad in Memphis and I went to work for Crest Core Realty and I was an executive here or whatever, 38117 would be an area I would look in if I were first-time home buyer.
Yeah.
Maybe either no family or kids or just starting a family. I think that's a good area. Investors really love it because of any tenant base there is typically a college grad, typically somebody that is working inside the city, working around and wants to be affiliated with the city. It's extremely trendy and popular. Because you're so close to everything. Park Avenue runs right through this area. Park, Quince, Poplar, some of the other streets, Cherry,
Walnut Grove.
Yeah. I don't know if Walnut Grove hits 3120 yet. Does that push 120? Is that 117?
Barely.
Okay. So 117 is going to be a little bit higher end. These are going to be brick homes. I don't know that you're going to see many siding or anything at all there. And they're mostly going to be 3 bedrooms. You get siding in 117 Colonial Acres? Well, not that I'm remembering. All right, here's our numbers, our details. Year to date, get a load of this. From January 21 to July 31st, 619 sales. It's our highest one so far. Average square feet, you can 1,900, and our average sales price is 305,000. Okay, that's high. I don't think you're going to have to pay that to get into 117 Colonial Acres.
$1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million houses
that are influencing this.
In 38117.
Yeah.
Now they're not a lot, but
that's what's pulling this way up.
Correct. There's some pockets of nice rental properties where you can get in for good value.
$140,000 to $200,000 range.
Yes.
Right in that Colonial Acres.
Yeah. Awesome.
So if you're looking at a map, you could say Park for your north border. Cherry, would you go that far?
Yeah.
Okay. So Cherry on the west and
Estate 240, whatever.
240 on the east.
Yeah.
And then south
Quince
Willow.
Or 240 Willow.
Yeah, 240 Willow.
In there.
Yeah.
That pocket. Now, 38117 goes north of that, but it's mostly owner occupied. We manage a few a couple in there, a few in there that people move.
It's going to be tough to get even your 1%.
You're not going to make the 1%,
yeah.
but you're going to get the appreciation and the store of value that some people want.
So compared to a year ago, the appreciation, let's give that out in 117. Speaking of that. So a year ago from Jan 1 to July 31st, 585 sales. It's about on track. Same square feet, 256. So you can look, there's a $50,000 jump average sales price from there. From a year ago. I still don't think you're going to have to spend 250 or 300 grand to get a rental in 38117. There's going to be plenty of opportunities to go from the 140, 150 range to 200, 220.
Yes. But you're going to get some parts of Memphis you don't want to factor in the appreciation.
Yeah.
But you can in 38117.
I agree with that.
I mean, you are going to get appreciation in 38117.
I think you'd agree that the tenant base is super strong.
Solid. It's a stable area. It's been that way. There are legacy schools and religious institutions that aren't moving, have planted deep roots.
Yeah.
So people want to live in this area, this part of town.
Yeah.
And they've really done a ton of commerce redevelopment along Poplar, which is just north of Park, and it's a very hot, desirable, great place to live.
I'm even seeing some of that on Park.
On Park, yeah,
old building. They've redone the whole Eastgate Shopping Center.
Yeah,
they've redone the whole
Torchy's
thing.
Tacos just opened across the street where Bogey's used to be.
I still can't get in.
Yeah, we had to wait 40 minutes. Anyway, so great stuff happening in 38117.
Yeah.
So,
guys, that's going to wrap up what we're going to talk about today. thank you.
Yeah,
A lot
good
of
stuff.
good rental, lending information from
Yes,
your board
absolutely.
seats and stuff. I really appreciate you coming on today. Email
to
me, dean@crestcore.com. Check out our brokerage website, www.crestcorerealty.com. If you have any questions, let me know. We're going to be 2 weeks, and we're going to come back and do a little bit of the interior part of the city. Won't be as good as information as this was. This was all lights and glamour.
Yeah, right,
all of these
right,
areas
right.
are awesome. I'm going to give you
Right.
some more in 2 weeks that are not going to be as good, some things to stay away from, and then we're going to go back up north. We're going to redo the
Let's do it.
128 and the northern zip
Yeah, got
codes.
some good info.
Yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in today, and we'll see you soon.